Are you sick and tired of wrestlers having garbage indie matches where they do flips and dives and other meaningless stuff?
Are you sick, tired, and frustrated with the matches making any sense?
Are you sick and tired of people booking goofy segments on shows that are supposed to be sports-based? Tony Khan, I'm talking to you, buddy.
Are you sick and tired of the rules not making sense, including the fact the referee's not enforcing them properly?
Are you tired of people reciting scripted, phony verbiage on WWE television? Well, if you're sick and tired of these things, if you like a good wrestling match,
Do you like the wrestling shows or programs, depending on the way that you view them, having logic? Then you have come to the right place.
This is Rasslin and Logic, where we review wrestling on a weekly basis. They don't need all these gimmicks in the...
Where we have an abundance of rants, especially from me. Fuck off! Where's the logic in this?
And we have memorable moments pretty much every week.
You can listen to these podcasts every Saturday morning
On YouTube,
Spotify,
Google Podcasts.
and all other podcast platforms.
This is Rasslin and Logic with your host, Kgabinator.
And his guest host, Joshua James Jenkins, otherwise known as Triple J. And that is why this is called the R&L podcast.
Hey guys, Kgabinator here, and today we're back with another episode of Rasslin and Logic, and it's been quite a while. We've been putting off this episode for so long, and we're finally gonna do it properly. So I'm back here with Rellsucka, who's playing Pixel Gun or whatever while we're doing a podcast. And you can see I'm wearing my new headphones that I got the other day. These are also my new earphones. So those garbage white ones that only worked on one side and wasn't that loud. So now...
Look, Pixel Gun is a really good game. Do not judge me.
Okay, whatever, man.
He plays Call of Duty Mobile with me, so what are you talking about?
So
Yeah, I can't say shit.
it's been like a month since we've been on here, and quite a bit has happened. So first we're gonna start off with what's happened over the last few days, even months. A lot happened in the past few days, actually. So
Yeah.
including Backlash, which we're reviewing, as you can see by the graphic. And then, so first off, we're gonna talk about Mark Carrano and all the stuff that he's been doing to people. This is mostly off the top of my head because this was a few days or weeks after WrestleMania. So then, oh yeah, did we talk about all the wrestlers getting released last time? Let me check. I think we may have.
I don't think we did.
Wait. Hold on.
So, about a whole bunch of wrestlers got released.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We did talk about it. So, as we talked about in the last episode, a bunch of wrestlers got released. About 10 of them, including Mickie James, who actually received all her stuff in a garbage bag.
Fucking shit ass. They're shitty for that.
Man, this is gonna be a really hard
This is
job.
gonna be a rant-filled one.
Yeah, no, there'll be too much for me to censor because you're cussing like a drunken sailor today.
No. I'm gonna be doing it a lot. This shit's messed up. Hey, Mark, go fuck yourself. Why are you doing that? What's wrong with you? That's disrespect to women.
Well, yeah, look, as
women's wrestling, first of all, I'm not the one to talk because Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard doesn't even do women's wrestling right themselves.
Yeah,
the Kentucky Fried dumbasses. But the fact that you had to throw, you had to put all the creative decisions in a trash bag, and this girl has been working there since, I don't know, 2005. Are you serious?
Yeah,
really?
After all she's done, and then after that, Triple H and Stephanie issued some apologies to her, like, we are devastated for the horrible behavior of Mark Carrano and giving you all your stuff in a trash bag. This is unacceptable, and they are completely gone from the company. Sounds a bit phony, as they should know what goes out of their company. But yeah.
And I might not think that might have been Mark.
Yeah.
That might have been some main dude in the creative team. Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
It might have been him. And blame it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Because Vince doesn't want his boy to be fired.
Yeah. So, and also, and then, of course, young bucks always have to make jokes about the WWE and make fun of them and oh, ha ha ha, the WWE messed up again, as if you geeks haven't messed up yourselves. Look at Blood and Guts. Jericho fell on cardboard and a mattress.
The match was good, but
yeah, I heard.
Ending, it made me want to jump out the window. I mean, that was absolutely unacceptable. So let me get this straight. Listen, these people gotta learn that you can't have a 50-year-old man falling off the cage to concrete steel.
Yeah, they were going like, oh, did you want him to fall on concrete? No, you knuckleheads. Just make it look real. That's what everybody said.
Make it look real and not make Chris Jericho laying on a pillow. What the hell?
Yeah. And
come on. What are you laying on? Cotton candy? What the hell, Tony? Cotton?
Yeah.
And then you complain about the fans complaining about your failure.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah. Well,
make it look real.
Whatever, man.
Stop trying to make it look fake. Make it look real.
And
instead
then
of complain about it to the fan base.
Yeah.
Fucking retard. Like, come on, bro.
Okay, so they were having a local fiasco here, and it's called WWE Snacks. Apparently, they are starting to sell WWE branded snacks in South Africa, and I've got some pictures that I'll show you here. Luckily, they're still in close vicinity.
Any of the fans can actually glass phone in your fucking pictures,
and then I don't know if you can see that properly. It says there's super mega curls. It's got R-Truth, Roman Reigns, and Lacey Evans on there.
Why Lacey Evans? WWE. The fuck?
I don't know.
Who's fan her?
I don't know if we want to show this guy's face, but yeah. And here's a kid posing with some in front of the truck, and he's holding a chip packet. I don't know which one that is, but anyway, and there's I'll just do like a rolling thing of them. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous and funny. Hopefully, I'll get to do a mukbang of them and buy a bunch of them, all the flavors. But I'll need an excuse to buy so many packets of chips.
Randy Orton and Soulja Boy feud, I think it's over.
Yeah, we can forget about that. That's past us.
And so, Velveteen Dream.
Wait, we're getting there. But first, we have to talk about... Apparently, Chelsea Green stole some art and made a phony apology. So, this guy named Salsa Boy on Twitter made an artwork of Chelsea Green, and she posted it, but she didn't give credit to him or pay him. So he was like, aren't you supposed to credit me? I did make this. And then she blocked him, which is not very nice. And then he went on to say, lol. So Chelsea Green really doesn't want to credit me. It's cool that she deleted it after like 5 days, I suppose. But like, who does this? I can't believe I'm out of line here. And then a few days or hours after that, this was Chelsea Green's apology. It's super unfortunate how this has been handled. I think artists deserve credit, period. After reading some of the nasty tweets, I didn't feel reposting the art was something I should do, as clearly the artist's view of me had soured. I support my artists. I pay my artists. I've been doing that since I started on the indies, because I myself was a starving artist. No, you're not an artist. Maybe that's a flaw in your character. Maybe that's why they got rid of you, because you think this is an art, not a sport. And then, yeah, I have been doing that since, and I know the struggle. It's really sad that an oversight on my part has led to this. But I wish the artist luck, and I think it's best that I stick to the artist who I have used in the past and know the person I am. Yeah, that doesn't really sound like a genuine apology. Why don't you go to him and say sorry and pay him all the money that you owe him, and not just run away with his money? And yeah, and this is Stan account of hers that just really just comes and says stupid stuff and attacks people who have different opinions of him from him. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but we will elaborate more on who this person is on the wrestling community episode, where Josh will make his special return. And then, yeah, so what do you think about this?
What? You know what? None of this made any sense to me. I don't know.
Okay.
Just move on.
And then Jim Johnston, he's a composer for the wrestlers' music, and he was pretty good. He was really good. And then
since I was ever watching wrestling, he's my childhood.
Yeah.
1998. He's my fucking childhood.
And then he was also saying that he thinks he deserves a Hall of Fame spot, but um, I guess he should get a Hall of Fame award, because he did do a
I
lot
think
for that company.
he's
And
been composing the wrestlers' music before, even before I was watching it. I was
yeah,
watching it.
since
So
like the
that's a long ass
80s,
time.
he's been
That's
doing
a long.
this since the 80s, and it was some good stuff. And then he went on to say that AEW and WWE music is really bad and mediocre, and I agree with him, especially the WWE music, especially Roman Reigns' theme. It sounds horrible. And if you're on my Discord, you'll see a member on there named Brian Whiteley. Um, I don't know if you heard of him, but he came back. I'll explain why we allowed him back on the wrestling community episode. So yeah, and then uh, yeah, he's been saying that uh, it really sounds really computerized, and that it was done in only 2 days. And there was a harpsichord, like seriously, and people are saying it's like final boss music, which is total.
I get why they picked the music for him. Kind of fits him because he's a tribal chief.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't sound like
but
tribal chief to me, though.
it kind of does. But at the same time, if I want to play that music, I could just play it on fucking WWE 2K20, create a damn custom superstar.
Yeah, it does sound
Jesus
like a
Christ.
custom superstar theme.
Like, come on, I don't want to do that. Play on my PS4, Vince.
Yeah.
What the fuck is making WWE music? They're making music. Whoever makes that music, they should get fucking terminated. They fucking suck.
Deaf Rebel.
Bring back Jim Johnston or
They are really bad composers. Like really, the only good ones that I know that they did was Damian Priest's theme and Bobby Lashley's theme. Everything else is complete garbage.
Bring back Jim Johnson. CFO Monies was actually decent as well.
Yeah, you could even bring them back as well.
Because they made They made Bianca Belair and Johnny Gargano's Rebel Heart and and Tommaso, even Tommaso Ciampa, and other
Baron Corbin, his theme song is good as well, and Rhea Ripley and Mia Yim and Shayna Baszler and Keith Lee. Yeah, they ruined his music and then gave him a really generic one. Well, we will not talk about Keith Lee for now. Let's go on
before I start ranting.
Yeah. So NXT's crazy referee, crazy right-wing referee Drake Wuertz got canned and got thrown out finally. Because he's one of these anti-mask, white supremacist, racist, Trump following guys.
Wow.
Yeah, and like really weird. And he actually did a rant about how forcing our children to wear masks makes them more vulnerable to human trafficking, and human trafficking is a real problem in society, but still that's not an excuse to not wear a mask. You still need to wear a mask unless you're vaccinated or we can or just drop them when it's safe. And like, bro, like all that Facebook and 4chan and all those conspiracy theory sites, they mess with people's heads. Yeah, and that's why we had
I just want to fucking punch a wall right now. What's you know what?
yeah, leave that to Josh. Oh, okay, let's see you do it. Let's see you.
What is? Oh my god, bro! Oh my!
Yeah.
I only have one word for you.
Okay, well that's a gesture, not a word, and I'll have to. Oh, it's gonna be a
big fuck you. That's what it is. That's what you see. You see this. You see this. You see this. Watch when I push it out the window. It's gonna be him. Fucking racist.
You might need that. You might need that aircon or that air vent.
That's a fan.
A fan. And then
you know,
also Velveteen Dream got thrown out also. Actually, this morning, he got released. So then, almost a year ago, Velveteen Dream had some allegations against his name. There was actually video evidence of him, like, messaging little girls and asking what school they go to. And there was this one clip when he was talking to this girl and he went like, what school you go to? And I know it's bad to laugh at this because sexual harassment is a really bad thing in society, but still the way he said it, what school you go to, it was just so funny. But yeah, it's sexual harassment is
I'm
not
so
fun.
Fucking pissed off about this.
And you know, I wasn't really the biggest fan of Velveteen Dream. I mean, he wasn't bad, but his character just wasn't for me. You know,
me either. But the dude was fucking awesome. What a good performer.
Yeah, and then people really
bullshit like this.
Bullshit
like this.
People really liked him, and then he went and did this and got himself sacked. And yeah, so yeah,
that's not. Was he even proven guilty? What if it been someone else that was acting like him?
I don't know.
Fucking once a bright star that has the future being a champion gets fired for bullshit like this. What a real shame, bro. And even when this was going around, they still wasn't using him. And the last we saw him was in December.
Yeah.
Potential wasted, Vince. Potential wasted, Hunter. Potential wasted. Oh my god, I keep saying Vince. Potential wasted, Triple H.
Yeah.
He had a future, and you had to fucking waste him because of bullshit like this.
Yeah.
And he actually stand up for the dream.
Yeah.
So, I hope you're proud of yourself, Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I don't know if you follow what goes on Twitter, Rellsucka, but something really crazy happened. I think on Wednesday or Thursday. So there was this account on Twitter named Sluts and Pancakes. Her name was Chloe, and a lot of AEW fans simp for her because she got in an argument where if AEW hit 2 million views, which they will probably never do at this rate if they keep messing up, that she would show her buttocks on Twitter. I don't know if how long that would last. And then these two guys.
Wait, what you just said? She showed her ass on Twitter?
No, she was going to, if AEW hit 2 million viewers, which they didn't, and people call her stupid for that. 2 people to be exact, which I follow on there. And they were like, come on, like, seriously, why do you do that? And all the AEW fans that were simping for her went to go and attack them. And, oh, you shut up. And then like, literally, the other day this week, she got exposed because the real person her name is Chas, found her and exposed her that she was catfishing people, and oh my gosh, it was crazy. And
I don't really pay attention to Twitter like that. So Kgabo has no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but I get the gist of what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm not done. It's like really crazy. So don't always trust everybody you follow on Twitter.
There you go.
Yeah. Actually, one of the guys that called her out that I used to follow blocked me for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I've been a lot more active on Twitter lately, these past few months. So yeah.
Is that what we got?
Yeah, that's pretty much all the news we got.
Wait. So, AEW next year they're moving to a new channel.
Oh, I completely forgot. They're moving.
They're gonna start January 2022. They're moving to TBS, and for this new show, which I don't fucking agree with at all, because too much program is too overwhelming for people who don't even watch AEW or do watch AEW.
Yeah, and it's called AEW Rampage, and the fact that they took hockey or whatever the sport was over AEW says something, that it's really not as good as they think it is. And that their stuff's gonna get taken off of TNT come January, and then they'll have to be on TBS. We do have TNT, but it's just movies, just old movies playing the whole time. Not much stuff. We don't have TBS at all, but yeah, just pay attention to this stuff and look at it.
So Dynamite's going to be moving to TBS, but AEW Rampage is going to happen Friday, August 13th at 10 p.m. on TNT.
Yeah.
And too much. First of all, I'm not gonna go rant on too big on this too much AEW television, because because Monday Night Raw, NXT, SmackDown, NXT UK main event. That's
205 live.
6 fucking shows per week. That's a lot, Vince. Like, get your ass a break. But
Dynamite
Dark,
on its own.
Elevation, and Rampage. What the hell is that?
And
Can't keep up with that.
all those 3 shows aren't even good. And what makes them think this one will be any different?
Like, come on, you have the fuck. I'm over here watching Elevation. I'm over here in Tony Schiavone and fucking Big Show. Fuck, bruh. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it. I don't feel like that's too much. I'll stick with only Dynamite. I'll tune into Dark sometimes, some week, but I'm only sticking with Dynamite.
Wow.
Like, I might see what Rampage is about, but if it's like Dark, you're wasting my time. So no.
Yeah. So that's all the news we've got. Oh. I keep saying this is the last. That's all the news we got, but literally a few hours ago, the WWE announced that from July the 16th, WWE will be back with live events, with live fans, live real fans at the shows. And then we'll be bidding the Thunderdome adieu. Hopefully forever. Because I don't know how much more I can take of the Thunderdome. Yeah. So now, you want to talk about Backlash now?
No, because I'm looking at Twitter. Dax Harwood is ranting right now.
I thought you said you don't have Twitter.
I can look at Twitter while I'm not signed in.
Oh.
Every team has gotten a tag team title shot except us.
Yeah, Backlash.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Dax Harwood.
No. I like Dax Harwood.
But he's ranting over bullshit. Like, Mox and Kingston jumps in line too. I'll quit the biz.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now Backlash.
So now it's gonna be the Young Bucks versus John Moxley and Eddie Kingston at Double or Nothing.
Oh jeez.
This is gonna be ass. This is gonna be ass cheeks. The fuck?
Yeah.
I was hacked. I do not quit the wrestling biz. Thanks for the outpouring support. I mean hacked. I had too much wine. Shut the fuck up, bald motherfucker. Please.
Okay. Let's do Backlash already. Okay, so then we have the opening package, which they rolled, and it previewed the pay-per-view, and it was alright, but then they mixed it with the Army of the Dead with Batista, which is why they. We'll get to that part. Don't worry. And then.
No. Skip it. No.
Yeah. And then we get introduced to the program by Raw commentators Adnan Burke, Byron Saxton, Corey Graves. This Adnan Burke, he's
fucking miserable.
He's not very good. He's not
awful.
He makes Tom Phillips sounds like Jim Ross. He's really bad. He's worse than Michael.
At this point, Tom Phillips is a godsend to come back right now, because every time I hear this dude on Raw, I just want to kill myself.
Damn it, man. Hello. I'm still recording. I'm still recording. Give me half an hour. Wait. I know. I'm busy. I'm recording. You can stop laughing.
Kgabinator, ladies and gentlemen. Our main host of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
She's probably on her way.
As I was saying, every time I hear Edinburgh, I just want to fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you something. The comments that he makes, and every time he makes a big
I
move,
wish I had a key for that door. Because I know she's coming.
Every time a big move happens, like a broke kick or a Samoan drop, he goes, "Oh!" Like, what the heck? Are you Vic Joseph? What the hell?
Yeah.
And then he made this comment: Sheamus is an underrated wrestler.
Well, how can he be underrated if he's a champion? Yeah, and
he said that meanwhile our champion was right now getting beat up by Humberto Carrillo. I can see why he said that, but he's not an underrated wrestler. He's our United States. He's our United States. Shut up, Edinburgh. Get off my fucking TV. Go back to ESPN, bro.
Yeah.
Please. Vince McMahon, bro. What are you doing?
And he always likes signing these failed Hollywood TV people that have no experience in the wrestling business. He had no prior experience in wrestling when he came. So why do you hire him? That's like signing a wrestler that has no experience in wrestling.
It was where Foley said we should make. I think he said we should make can be own show for the whole women's division.
That's not a good idea.
Meanwhile, the women's division is not even being booked right besides Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
And Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
How are you gonna book let me get this straight. How are you gonna book a right women's division? We got Nia Jax slipping, sliding in fucking water. Like, what the fuck is that?
And
Nia Jax slipping on her ass every fucking time.
And Raw and SmackDown is the biggest platform they have. So why make an all-women show that very few people will watch on purpose? Look at Stardom. You think anybody watches that? A few people watch that, and respect to you if you do. But nobody's going to watch this all-women's product. And I don't think AEW is going to do that either.
Mick Foley. How many fucking headshots you got, chair shots you got hit in the head with? Made you have fucking dumb syndrome. What the fuck is wrong with you? Learn how to speak right, geek. Damn.
Yeah.
I had to. That shit pissed me off the most out of all the news. That really did. Yeah. I respect women.
Yeah,
but
me too.
But when you have fucking slime involved in the women's division, fucking Reginald fighting Tamina Snuka.
Wait, what? Are they using slime with the women now? When?
Yep.
When was this?
An episode of SmackDown.
Oh no!
On an episode of Throwback SmackDown.
With who?
Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler, Natalya, Tamina Snuka, and Reginald.
What is going on with Reginald? He was Carmella's stooge. Now he's just floating around there.
Now he's floating around, and I saw Reginald versus Tamina Snuka on SmackDown.
how many of these are they gonna have where Reginald gets his ass kicked by women? I'm not saying that women shouldn't beat up guys, but still, no intergender wrestling, please.
At least make it make sense and not fuck it off the fly, Vince. At least make it make sense, Bruce. Come on. At least we got new women's tag team champions. Now, if only they can break Shayna and Nia Jax up so Shayna can stop losing 27 different fucking times.
Yeah, and be like dominant Shayna Baszler. And people are on Twitter saying that no, don't bring back dominant Shayna Baszler. She's so boring. Well then, okay, well, too bad then, because that's how she should be booked. It's not
that's how she should be booked. She was fucking dominant, fucking overpowered on NXT.
And a few months on Raw until she got beaten by Becky Lynch, only for that championship to be given to Asuka.
But that was at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Which was after Shayna and Becky, which means because Seth Rollins did something on the bet last time. So that's kind of why. But after that, Shayna was paired with this fat hoe, and I just don't. I can understand it.
Hey.
What?
Watch your damn mouth. Don't be calling.
Watch my damn mouth. She deserves this.
No.
She ruined NXT. Fuck off.
How?
Like, come on, man.
How? What did she do?
Wasn't legit injure and kill and squash everyone in the women in the NXT in the women NXT women's division in 2016-15.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we need to get on with this. So this was a Raw Women's Championship triple threat match. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, the champion, versus Charlotte Flair. They rolled a video package, and despite the shoddy booking, it was a good video. And Mike Roan, one of the ring announcer with the spiky head, announced the match. And this is something I really don't like about no DQ triple threat matches. It's always no DQ, and you can fight on the outside as long as you want and do all this dumb stuff. And yeah, and then the champion doesn't have to be pinned, which is also stupid. Lazy booking. And then Charlotte came out, and Asuka came out, and then Rhea came out. So yeah, this match was okay. It wasn't bad. It was just, there were just some things that I didn't like about it. I didn't, in every match, like in Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan got knocked out, and then Roman Reigns got knocked out of the match, and then the whole time it was Daniel Bryan and Edge, and then Roman Reigns comes back a few minutes after, which I don't like at all, and it's not good. And what is going on with my... Oh, come on. Discord. Discord crashed.
Oh my god. What is always happening?
I don't know.
Fucking Discord, bro. Fucking.
Yeah, and then they just sit outside because it's not their turn to wrestle. And then also the double superplex. I mean, it's just this stuff. Always see it. I like if you do it, I won't remember it the next day. You can do all the big moves that you want. You can shoot each other with AK-47s, but nobody will remember it. In fact, you ask me about this match in 15 years, and what was the best part of Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte versus Asuka? And like, oh, I can't remember. It's been 15 years. And yeah. But then after that, it was fine. It was pretty. Who's in trouble over there in New York? There's sirens going off, and it's disturbing my review.
Shut up! Alright.
Okay. I'm not, and this is not knocking any of the girls. They still did some nice stuff. But at least they did keep it in the ring. They didn't do too much. They didn't do too much. It was much better than Rhea on her own versus Asuka at WrestleMania, which wasn't very good. And then hopefully it'll be better, and we'll get to see Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler again. So Rasslin, I gave a 7, and Logic a 7. What do you think?
I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Charlotte lost.
Okay.
That's why. Plus, it was a decent match. It was a decent match for me.
Yeah. So then
actually, I'll give it a. I'll stick with you. 7 out of 7.
Okay. So then they rolled a highlight package of the feud with the WWE champion Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, and Drew McIntyre. So then the SmackDown commentators, Pat McAfee, who's actually not bad.
It's really good.
They introduced him and Michael Cole introduced themselves. You know, Adnan Virk makes me appreciate Michael Cole because he's not as bad as Excalibur and Adnan Virk and Byron Saxton.
I still don't fucking like Michael Cole. I still don't, because he be saying the most ridiculous shit, but he's better than Tony Schiavone or Adnan Virk or some fucking doofus in a lucha mask. I mean, he's better than that. He's better than those.
Yeah. So now we have the second match for the SmackDown.
Pat McAfee makes Michael Cole look a little bit more decent.
Yeah. The second match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode versus Rey and Dominic Mysterio. The Dirty Dogs come out And before this, they beat up Dominic and hurt him and gave him a bad arm. So then Rey Mysterio had to come out on his own against the Dirty Dogs. So then it was a handicap match. And why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Tell me.
Can't take Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode seriously with fucking name the Dirty Dogs.
Okay. So then the match starts and it's a handicap match, and then it was actually not bad. It was actually better than I thought it would be, because Rey Mysterio handled it quite well, being on his own and working against Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. And then 10 minutes into the match, Dominic came out, and then they were milking Dominic getting a tag from his dad and going crazy on the Dirty Dogs, and I like that. And then at the end, Dominic hit a frog splash for the win, and then they became the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Rey and Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, so this match was alright. As I said, Mysterio being in a handicap wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then I also liked how they milked the tag. And yeah, I gave this Rasslin a 6 and Logic a 5. So what do you think about that?
Yo, shut up, you stupid ambulance!
Okay, so what do you think about this match?
Die out there! Norm, what you call it? See, the match was pretty good. I was rooting for Dominic and Rey. The dirty Dianas, what dirty fucks? I don't know what the name. I forgot the names. But their title reign was fucking miserable. I did not like it, and because of one reason.
They barely defended.
There was no they barely defended. There was no fucking tag teams. They couldn't do they couldn't do nothing at that time. But now what we got is our first father and son tag team champions.
Yeah.
Which is pretty decent, and new fights can come for them. That's how you treat a father son duo like Rey and Dominic Mysterio, the Booyakas. So I'll give a 5.5 out of 5. 5.5 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah. So then we had match 3 in a lumberjack match. Damian Priest versus The Miz. And I'd already heard about all the zombies, and I just fast forwarded through the whole thing. Entrances, finish, everything. And apparently Miz got eaten by zombies. And yeah, we will not speak of that. I mean, seriously. And people are calling out how hypocritical WWE is, saying that Blood and Guts set the business back 30 years. But they also guilty of this. Both of these guys are setting the business back more than 30 years. So it's setting the business back 60, 70, 100 years.
Vince, first of all, Vince was getting an issue that Blood and Guts was. Vince said Blood and Guts was garbage. Meanwhile, the Miz and Damian Priest had 9 fucking matches in a row. If this was the fucking bullet hit in the head. Fucking stupid fucking geek retards and face paint acting like a bunch of buffoons. One of them was Scotty Too Hottie and Jake Atlas. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Well, what? And I get why. I know why they're doing it, because they're trying to promote Dave Bautista's new movie, The Army of the Dead. But for God's sake, Miz eaten by zombies, John Morrison eaten by zombies. That match abused my head. Let's get to automatic 0 out of 0.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
In fact, it also gets a 0 from me.
Like,
yeah.
And I was reading the report. During the match, Miz tore his ACL.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
And this is his first injury.
This is his first injury, and I'm surprised he was able to go for 17 years without a single injury, without missing work. Despite all the stupid, silly stuff he's done, I gotta give respect to this guy for going through 17 years of all that stuff, and this is his first injury.
And it's supposed to be 8 to 9 months that he's supposed to be out for. That's a pretty fucking
and
long
that's
time
a long time
for John Morrison to be on his own.
Yeah,
I think he should be United States champion for this. Back of this,
actually, Damian Priest should also be going for the United States Championship. He's 38 years old. He's gonna be 40. So they better give him that championship soon before then. I'm not saying go all the way in a year, but just maybe don't just go all the way for like 3 months. Just build him up until he's ready.
I mean, Sheamus is holding the belt. How old is he? I think he's 43.
Wow.
That's pretty old. And it was like 36, 35, 20 in his 20s.
Who?
But
Riddle. I told you, isn't he like 35 or something?
He's out. He's mad athletic.
Yeah. So then now we have.
We got a 43-year-old fighting with fucking Wuertz, Titus, Catering, Carrano. I mean,
yeah. And now we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match: Bianca Belair, the champion, versus Bayley. So I actually really liked this. It was the better women's match of the night. This was good, even though I liked their match at the Go Home episode of SmackDown before the Royal Rumble. Bianca did some nice stuff, but she looked a bit tired and slower than usual. I don't know what happened there. And then she did pick it up towards the end, but Bayley was really good in this, and is actually really going against Rhea Ripley as my favorite women's wrestler. Because she's got everything. She's got promos, she's got looks, except for the bad haircut. She's got the character, she got the personality, she's got everything. And she worked like a heel. I think she may be one of the best heels in the business. Because, yeah. And then I also really, really liked after the match where Bianca pinned her with her long hair. and 1, 2, 3, and then she got in a tantrum and was complaining, play that again. She used her hair. She was cheating, and that's perfect because that's how a heel should react. And it was completely illegal, just making excuses as to why she should have won. That's some good heel stuff.
That's some good heel shit right there.
Yeah. But there was one thing I didn't like. It was the leapfrog spot. Tell me, how many times will you see a leapfrog spot in a wrestling match? Pretty much every wrestling match that you watch, there will be at least one leapfrog spot. I don't like that. They need to try something different and new, and don't let anybody else do it. So yeah, that's. But other than that, this was actually really good. This is between the two women's matches on this card, this was the best one. So Rasslin, I originally gave a 7, but I'll actually give a 8.5, and Logic a 7. So what do you think about this?
Obviously, two good women. Obviously, two good women that can perform. They have a lot of income. They can make a 5-star match if given the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Probably it was a good feud, which originally they originally put the match on for no reason, but it turned out to be best shit we got.
Yeah.
So I'll give a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. So then the next match, this was the best match of the night in my opinion. This should have been the main event. This is actually a good triple threat match. So we had for the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley, the champion, versus Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman. Drew McIntyre comes out, followed by Braun Strowman, followed by the champion Bobby Lashley. And boy, was this good.
This was fucking circus, but good.
I originally had doubts to say it was a banger, but now looking back at it, it was an absolute banger. But there was things that kind of ruined it for me. I didn't like how they were fighting on the outside, and when Drew McIntyre threw Bobby Lashley into the stage, they repeated that spot from when Braun Strowman pushed Bobby Lashley through the stage on an episode of Raw. Yeah, that's another reason why I hate triple threat matches so much. It's always no DQ, no rules. You don't have to pin the champion, all that garbage. And yeah. Other than that, this was great. This was really good. They showed how a triple threat match should go. They were all in the ring fighting each other. It wasn't just, oh, you and I are gonna wrestle. No, you and I are gonna wrestle. You get out of the ring. It's not your turn. Come back in. All that usual BS. They were all in the ring at once fighting each other. And it was good. And then especially Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley, and towards the end, and then they and Drew and Bobby did some really nice stuff, and that's not taking away from Braun Strowman. He did some nice stuff too. And Drew McIntyre did some really cool stuff. He jumped off the top rope, which he doesn't really need to do, but he
I need to jump off the fucking top rope. What the hell?
yeah, not every big man has to. Oh man, I had technical difficulties again. Rellsucka disconnected, and it cut the video for some reason. And I've still got most of the podcast on there still, but now we have to. I have to say what I thought of the match again. So yeah, I think it cut off when I said Drew McIntyre did some nice stuff, but not every big guy has to do flips and stuff. Um, just keep it simple. Just do big man stuff. And then I always say this, but Bobby Lashley is just so good. With his facial expressions, the way he works, and his look. But the only negative thing is he can't cut a promo. And yeah, other than that, he's really good at what he does. And then Braun Strowman wasn't bad either. He did some nice stuff. He smashed everybody with the steel steps, and he ran over everybody. Luckily, there was no choo-choo trains. Well, there was.
I think he did my favorite spot of the night when Drew McIntyre tried to Claymore him and he picked him up, big Claymore, and slammed him through the table. That was actually fucking good. That
was nice. And then yeah, and then he was using all these strings. So and then I gave this Rasslin 10 and Logic 8.
And I gave it a 9.5 out of 10, right?
Yeah. So now the main event for the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Cesaro. And I hate to say this, but I'm sorry guys, I didn't enjoy it as much as most people did. People are saying it's a match of the year candidate, but for me it wasn't anywhere near that. There was some good stuff.
Okay, Kgabinator, explain to us what the fuck was wrong with the match.
Yeah, at the beginning it was like really just underwhelming. They're just fighting each other and nothing's going on. But it did pick up halfway through where the spot where Cesaro suplexed Roman Reigns over the ropes into the ring. That was nice. I was like, whoa! And then also when Cesaro tried to do what's it called? His corkscrew uppercut, and then Roman Reigns caught him in midair and gave him a Superman punch. And I was like, damn, that's some good stuff. And yeah, but other than that, it was really underwhelming. And then Roman Reigns won. And I wasn't really big on the afterbuzz, but then Seth Rollins came, and it looks like we might get him versus Seth Rollins in the future, which looks nice. So I'll be on the lookout for that. But overall, I'll give this paper, since I fast forwarded through the zombie match, I will give this pay-per-view an 8 out of 10 for Rasslin, and Logic a 6 out of 10 for Logic. What do you think about that match and this whole pay-per-view?
You forgot to mention Jey Uso end up beating Cesaro's ass post match.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins came out and did even fucking worse. He tried to break his arm off. Like dead ass. Putting a steel chair on it and smashing it through the pole and curb stomping him on the concrete floor. Fucking it was fucking great. This pay-per-view, you know, because the name was WrestleMania Backlash and the night of rematches, I thought it was gonna be dog shit, but it actually turned out pretty good.
Me too. I also thought it was gonna be bad, but it was actually quite good. So yeah.
So I'll give the show was better than WrestleMania. I'll tell you that.
Really? I think
a 9.9 out of 10.
I think WrestleMania was a bit better because there were fans there. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of Rasslin and Logic. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe and follow us on everything. And we have a new Patreon page, and go look at that. And we're also gonna work on some new merchandise that will come out in the future. And join our Discord, follow us on our socials and everything, and we will see you in the next.
Follow me on Instagram because I need that promotion.
Yeah, he's got his Instagram right there, and I hope you guys
and Discord.
I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will see you in the next video. But until then, this is Kgabinator and Rellsucka signing out.
Signing out.